So, say you've got an Etsy shop and you've done all the setup steps. Maybe you get some views from Etsy itself, maybe not really that many. In any case, at the end of the day, you're not super happy with your sales if you clicked on this video. And you might even be wondering, why is this not working? Is Etsy even worth it? I'm hearing people doing really well on it. What am I missing? If that's you, please don't get discouraged. I want to share with you 10 tips to make more sales on Etsy. Some are going to be foundational strategies and others are just small tweaks to your product listings that can make a big difference in converting a view to a sale. Because converting views to sales is really all this video is about. So are you ready? Let's dive in. Bonjour, my name is Deb and I'm the founder of THÍCH, a membership community for makers and handmade sellers just like your fabulous self. You can learn more about our community THÍCH HQ via the link below this video, but for now, let's jump straight into today's conversation, 10 tips to make more sales on Etsy. Let's get right into it with number 1, niche down. The first thing I want to talk about is defining exactly what your shop is about, what it's not about, and who you're creating your products for, because it can't be for everybody. One of the most common mistakes I see Etsy shop owners make is not niching down enough. By that I mean trying to sell a little bit of everything to pretty much everyone. Like, my shop is for every woman who wants to feel special and pamper herself. If you do that, you get lost in a sea of thousands of other handmade shop owners who also want to sell to all those women. And you don't stand out or give them any reason to buy from you versus from any other shops out there in the Etsy ocean. When you niche down, shoppers who land on your Etsy site feel an immediate connection to your brand and think, wow, that is exactly what I'm looking for. I love this brand. For this to happen though, you have to not only accept, but actively try to repel some people. Scary thought. It sounds like I'm asking you to reduce your potential customers' pool size. It's counterintuitive, but it works 100% of the time. I know it might seem scary to target a smaller group of customers, but trust me on this, you're not going to lose sales if you niche down. You're actually going to get more, and you're not going to struggle to get found online. You're actually going to stand out. Niching down not only helps you stand out, but it also helps you avoid the dollar store stigma, which is when, because you're selling too many different things in too many different styles to appeal to too many different people, your shop starts looking and feeling like a dollar store, leading to fewer sales and lower profit margins. So remember, don't try to be everything to everybody and instead focus on one ideal customer and offer a cohesive brand experience. Number 2, I want to talk about the importance of staying on top of trends and seasonality when selling on Etsy. Trends can be things like colors, patterns, textures, and materials, themes, characters, all of that. If you're on top of details like this, if you do your research, if you watch for keywords trends and you prepare to incorporate them into your products, you're going to start getting a lot more views and a lot more sales, because when people search for products on Etsy using these trending keywords, your products show up in the search results. You are a business, and to a degree, if you really want to get a lot of sales, and if that's what you're going for, you have to kind of work with the market, right? That's what keeping on top of trends is really about. Now, I know for some of you, you have a very clear style. You don't want to deviate from that. And I think that's valid too. You can decide that. That's a decision you make. But if you want to go for sales and for more of a quantity on Etsy of sales, you have to play with trends. I have a video about this and, this dilemma of how do I stay myself and while incorporating what the market wants, and where is the line between being an artist and selling my soul to become a business owner, and am I even selling my soul to become a business owner if I'm following trends? So I'll link this video below if you want to dive deeper into that to make your own decision, but trends do help you get more sales. That's just a fact. Staying on top of seasonal trends is just as important, and making sure that your seasonal product listings are up and running well before seasonal searches actually start to increase. Here's what I always say. You can't just create products and then look for people to buy them. You need to create products that people are already actively looking for. I will link to more resources to help you do research, discover trends below this video. So once you're done watching it, feel free to check those out if you need help with that. Number 3 is bring your own traffic from outside of Etsy. If you rely on Etsy to bring 100% of all your shop traffic, you are missing out on heaps of sales opportunities, not mentioning putting all your eggs in one tiny basket, which is never a good idea. For example, one of my favorite traffic generators is Pinterest. If you've been following me for a while, you just know I love Pinterest. Pinterest is a visual search engine where people search for something they're looking for and Pinterest shows images that match. According to Sprout Social, 89% of Pinterest users are on Pinterest for purchase inspiration and 85% have bought something based on pins they see from brands. Pinterest is also investing a lot of resources in making the platform even more shopping friendly, and that's why I usually recommend it before platforms like Instagram or Facebook. Now, of course, Instagram and Facebook can work too. Pinterest isn't the only way to bring more traffic to your shop. You have to do what works for you. The point is that you need to start marketing your shop outside of Etsy and bring your own traffic to your shop. If you're looking for ways to promote your Etsy shop outside of Etsy, I actually have a video just on that I will link below. It gives you 11 ways of promoting your shop outside of Etsy. So once you're finished with this one, watch this one first, then you're free to go and watch the other one. Okay, tip number 4 is product photos. Let's talk about them. They need to look pro. Average pictures are not going to get you any sales. That's the brutal truth. The reality is that photo standards have gone way up because everyone has access to a really good quality camera with their smartphone these days. So you need to learn how to use yours to take top-notch photos. Top-notch. Don't forget that there are also some photo editing apps that will help you make your photos look absolutely professional, even if you don't really have experience editing pictures. And remember that people can't touch, they can't feel, they can't smell or experience your products online except through pictures. So be sure to use different angles, some simple backgrounds, some lifestyle shots, things like that. Mix it up to really offer a variety of images to represent the story of your product and really involve the potential shopper in with your product so that they can imagine themselves using it already just by looking at your pictures. Will there be a learning curve with product photography? Yes, there will. For sure is a learning curve. Taking good photos and learning how to do that takes time, but trust me, it's time well spent. Improving your product pictures is one of the most important things you can do to boost your views and your sales on Etsy. Tip number 5 is use photos to say things that you would usually have in the description to guide your customers. Most people are not going to read the description, or they will only read the description after they've looked at, all your listing pictures. So use those listing pictures not just to show your products, but to also guide them through the shopping experience or share useful information about the products that will make them want to purchase it. Here are 2 great examples of THÍCH members who are doing this brilliantly. Jane here is using a picture to explain some cool benefits of her products, which helps potential customers, potential shoppers, understand how to use them, how easy and comfortable they are, and more generally, it helps them imagine their kids in it. Wendy does something pretty similar here with a felt playmat, clearly showing how practical it is to use without people having to go read that in the product description. It's all on the image. It also shows great attention to detail as a shop owner and the level of care that you can expect when you purchase from them, because it shows you that they've thought of it all. You just know that the products and the customer service will be top-notch. So really think about how you're using your product photos and think further than just product images and how you can use those spots in your listing images to really communicate extra important information that will help your customers or potential customers navigate your store and listings, and or give them more information that really makes them want to buy your product because you're highlighting the benefits directly in those graphics. Number 6, free shipping. We need to talk about offering free shipping for your Etsy listings. This works for some shops, it's not going to work for everybody, but it's worth considering free shipping because of 2 main reasons. The first one is the Etsy algorithm favors shops that offer free shipping in search results. And the second one is because studies actually show that it removes a barrier at checkout, which means that shoppers won't abandon their cart because the shipping charge that they see when they check out surprised them. Not everyone can offer a free shipping. I understand that, and that's okay. It's not a death sentence if it doesn't work for your business. Remember, profit comes first. Don't cut your margins for it. But it's definitely worth considering. If free shipping won't work, you could also consider a reduced shipping fee to lower the shipping fee surprise effect at checkout for your potential customers. In short, the lower the fee, the better. Number 7 is coupon. Coupons? I don't know. I think we're going to have to roll with my French accent here because I just can't pronounce it properly. So I'm just going to go with a Frenchy pronunciation, right? So coupon. Coupons are a clever way to recover lost sales. You can send a coupon to people who added your products to their cart or that favorited your items but didn't complete the purchase. This is a great tool to fight cart abandonment, which is a fancy way to say that it helps to convince people who are interested in your products and have already added them to their cart but didn't finish the checkout process. These people came so close to purchasing your products that it's the perfect time to send them a message to say, hey, you've left this wonderful candle in your cart, finish checking out today and you get 10% off. Some people might find this spammy, like they feel like it's an intrusion in their email. I understand that. But also, anyone using Etsy can actually change the preferences settings to not receive those emails. And people are really used to those these days. Every shopping platform sends you shopping recommendations. It might as well be for things that you've shown interest in. So make sure your profit margins allow for the discount being applied and try them out. Next, product description. Let's talk about those. One common mistake I see on Etsy listing is product descriptions that are full of details and features, but they don't talk about benefits. And the truth is, when someone is shopping on Etsy, at the end of the day, they want to know, what can this product do for me? People don't really want to buy a silver chain. They want to buy a lightweight, hypoallergenic chain that is great for sensitive skin and to wear all day long. They don't buy your skills or the specific techniques that you use to make the product. They buy how they feel when they use your products. Or if you sell decor, how it makes their home feel. You get the idea. Benefits work because they take your potential customer from interested in your product to involved, and they start picturing themselves using the product. Once you paint a picture for the potential buyer of how the product will benefit them, then you can list the features and the rest of the information, the materials, the size, the weight, the shipping information, the processing times, all of that stuff. But you must first use benefits to tell a story that allows potential shoppers to imagine how your product would fit in their life and to get excited about that feeling. Next is simplify your listings. This is a common mistake I see, and it's offering too many options for customers to choose from. I know this is going to sound totally opposite of what you might think, but if you want to increase your sales, you actually need to simplify and reduce the number of options you give shoppers. This will do two things. First, it will help you reorganize your listings in such a way that you can actually get more views and traffic. Let me give you a quick example here. Let's say you sell candles and you have 10 different fragrances. If you have all of your fragrance choices in a drop-down menu in a listing as a variation and the title of your product is scented candle, when someone searches for vanilla candle, the listing that say vanilla candle in the title will get more clicks than your listing which just say scented candle. But what if you listed each candle separately with the fragrance in the title? Now, each time someone searches for a vanilla candle or a lavender candle, they will see your listing for that fragrance and know it is exactly why they searched, and therefore they'll be more likely to click to see your product. I have a full video on this that goes into more details that explains how to use your product variation effectively to boost views and sales, so I'll link to it below. But second, and I know this will sound backwards, but it's true, a listing with fewer options will increase your sales. I get it. You would think that if you give people more options, they are going to find exactly what it is they want, and therefore they're definitely going to be happy and they're more likely to buy your product. But it's actually the exact opposite that is true. The more decisions someone has to make when they finalize a purchase, the more stressed out they get and unhappy they feel, and the more likely they are to just give up, freeze, and get analysis paralysis and make no decisions at all. and therefore they're not completing the purchase, right? The rule of thumb is to give your buyers a max of 2 decisions to make, like ask them about color and size or size and fragrance. I know it might feel super counterintuitive, but I promise you this is how you'll finally start making more sales from your listings and really boost that conversion rate. Now, last but not least, number 10, if you're on Etsy and you're not tapping into their built-in audience, what you doing? It might seem pretty obvious, but there's no chance I wasn't going to mention that you need to make sure that you're optimizing your listings for Etsy search. Etsy SEO is one of the best things about Etsy. They have millions of people looking for products and using this search feature. You want to be sure that your products show up in those search results. If you need help with this, you feel like you don't have this together and you want to get your SEO ducks in order, I have 2 great resources for you. The first one is a completely free and super comprehensive guide to Etsy SEO, which includes a free Etsy SEO checklist. And the second is a full step-by-step Etsy SEO course that will show you exactly how to get more views for your products using Etsy search without pulling your hair out in the process. I will link both of these resources below, so make sure to go check them out right now. The link is just below. Thanks for watching. Check the links, and until next time, au revoir.